Indonesia is an archipelagic country, which is divided into 34 provinces. The diversity of Indonesian culture is due to the diversity of ethnic groups in Indonesia. Based on 2010 BPS census in Indonesia, there are more than 300 ethnic groups, or to be exact, 1340 ethnic groups. So, we, from a group of 3 study programs in Computer Science 2022, Jakarta State University will introduce the diversity that exists in Indonesia. Aceh Special Region. The tribes that inhabit the special region of the Aceh is Acehnes, Gayo, Alas, and Tamiang. The traditional house is Kong Bade, Ule Balang as traditional clothing. The traditional dance include the Saman dance and the Seudati dance. Saman dance is performed without the accompaniment of musical instruments, but uses the sound of the dancer and their applause, which is usually combined with hitting their chest and groin as synchronization and throwing the body in various directions. The traditional musical instrument is the kale surene. The traditional weapon is rencong.
West Sumatra. The tribe that inhabits West Sumatra is the Minangkabau tribe. The traditional house is the Gadang house. The traditional clothes is Bundo Kanduang. Traditional dances are plate dance and umbrella dance. The origin of the plate dance. In the past, Minangkabau people still believe in gods. At first, the plate dance was used as a dance for worship by the community to the goddess of rice every heaven season. The community did this as a way of thanking them for their successful harvest. The traditional musical instrument is saluang. The traditional weapon is kerambit. Jakarta Capital Special Region. The origin tribe from Jakarta is Betawi tribe. The traditional house is a kebaya house. The traditional clothes is Betawi clothes. The traditional clothing of this tribe is the result of accumulation and cultural influence of various ethnic groups who used to live in the city of Batavia. The influences, for example, are baju koko influenced by Chinese culture, batik and kebaya influenced by Japanese culture, baju kurung influenced by Malay culture, and the cap and sarong influenced by Arab culture. Traditional dance include the yapong dance and the mas dance. The traditional music instrument are tehian and tanjidor. The traditional weapon is the machete. West Java. The native tribe of West Java is Sundanese. The traditional house is a kasepun house. The traditional clothes is the kebaya. The traditional dance are the jaipong dance and the peacock dance. The traditional music instrument is the angklung. Angklung comes from the Sundanese language angklung-angklungan, namely the movement of the angklung prayer and the shape of the resulting klung sound. Angklung comes from word angka, which means tone, and lung, which means breaking. So, angklung refers to a broken or incomplete tone. The uniqueness of angklung also lies in the tone it produces. Each size of bamboo found in angklung produces a different tone. The traditional weapon is kujang.
Central Java. The tribes that inhabit the area of Central Java includes the Javanese, Samin, Kangean, and Karimun. The traditional house is the Joglo house. The traditional clothes are Jawi Jangkep and Kebaya. Kebaya is one of the popular Central Javanese costumes and is often used by the community. In Javanese philosophy, the traditional dress of kabaya has the meaning of patience. The cut of the kabaya that follows the shape of the body means that women must be able to adapt to circumstance and take care of themselves. In addition, the kabaya is also loaded with the meaning that the woman has a gentle and patient nature. The traditional dance are Serempi dance and the Gambyong dance. The traditional musical instrument is gamelan, and traditional weapon is the keris. East Java. The tribes that inhabit the area of East Java include the Javanese, Maduris, Tengger, and Osing. The traditional house is the Situbondo Joglo house. The traditional clothes is pesaan. Traditional dance include remo dance and jaranan dance. The traditional musical instrument is gamelan. Gamelan was created by Sang Hyang Guru Ekasaka, a god who ruled over the whole land of Java, whose palace was in Medang Kumulan or Mount Lawung. The first gamelan musical instrument created was the gong, which was used to summon the gods. After that, to convey a special message, Sang Hyang Guru again created several other instruments, such as 2 gongs, until finally a gamelan set was formed. The traditional weapon is sikho. West Kalimantan. The tribes that inhabit the area of West Kalimantan include the Ngaju Dayak tribe, the Kayau tribe, and Skadua tribe, and Pontianak tribe. The traditional house is Rumah Panjang. Rumah Panjang, or also called Rumah Radang, is the name of a traditional West Kalimantan house in the form of a house on stilts. The unique traditional house is up to 180 meters long, 30 meters wide, and 5 to 8 meters high above the ground. The pillars supporting the house are very high and the steps are wide. King Baba and King Bibinge as traditional clothes. The traditional dance are Monong dance or Manang dance. The traditional musical instrument is the tuma, and the traditional weapon is the mandau.
The native tribe of Bali is the Balinese. The traditional house is the temple gate for a moment. Payas Agung's traditional clothes. The traditional dance include the pendet dance and the legong dance. Initially, the pendet dance appeared as a worship dance that was performed during prayers at the temple. This dance is intended as a form of welcome for the descent of the gods on earth. The traditional musical instrument is the Balinese gamelan. The traditional weapon is the keris.
South Sulawesi. The tribes that inhabit the area of South Sulawesi include the Makasaris, Bugis, Toraja, and Mandaris. Tongkonan as traditional house. Tongkonan itself comes from the word tongkon, which means to a copy or sit. It is called that because at first this traditional house was used as a gathering place for the nobles of Tanah Toraja to discuss. The traditional clothes are Bodo clothes. The traditional dance is the Pakarena fan dance. The traditional musical instrument is keso, and the traditional weapon is badik. East Nusa Tenggara. The tribes that inhabit the East Nusa Tenggara region includes the Road, Flores, Sumba, and Belu tribes. The traditional house is Musalaki. The traditional clothes are the traditional clothes of Road. The traditional dance are the war dance and the Garang Lameng dance. The traditional musical instrument is the sasando. Sasando has a very unique shape and is different from other stringed instruments. The main part of sasando is in the form of a long tube made of special bamboo. At the bottom and top of the bamboo, there are places to install and adjust the tightness of the strings. The traditional weapons are sundu and kabeala.
Maluku. The tribes that inhabit the Maluku regions include the Buru tribe, the Kei tribe, the Banda tribe, the Seram tribe, and the Ambon tribe. The traditional house is Baileo. The of the Baileo traditional house is that it was not built using nails or iron. Baileo is built with wooden pegs that function as pillar and are driven into the ground, which are made retaining the pillar of the building function as a support for the entire building, which is 17.5 cm high from the floor. The traditional cloth is Chile cloth. The traditional dance are the Cakalili dance and the Lenso dance. The traditional musical instrument is the trumpet. The traditional weapon is the sawaluku machete. Papua. Several tribes that inhabit Papua include the Asmat, Dani, and Biak tribes. The traditional house is Hanoi. The Dani tribe builds Hanoi inspired by bread-making nets as a comfortable place to live and protect from heat and rain. In its manufacture, this traditional Papua house does not use nails at all, but use natural materials such as rattan to tee it. The traditional clothes are tassel skirt and koteka. The traditional dance are musio dance and welcome dance. The traditional musical instrument is tifa. Traditional weapon bow and arrow and spear.
That's all from us. Let's maintain diversity in Indonesia. Bye bye.